Okay, this one's been on the docket for quite some time, but I actually have had two full computer failures which wiped out both of my lists of fights to do and my anthology ball of fights that I have done, including all the winners. So we'll go with New 52 Shazam, because he's much easier to deal with. Then I'll have to go back through Fawcett, pre-crisis DC, post-crisis, pre-infinite crisis, infinite crisis, and all the different character changes. This is just the New 52 version, so it's a much more truncated character. Much you're not dealing with, multiple publishers, multiple creators, multiple main characters. Versus, of course, good old-fashioned standard Hulk. Now, when it comes to Hulk, I can't take every single appearance he's ever actually had. So for the people who want to go with the pre-crisis era styles of Hulk, where he was punching holes in reality and, tearing apart black holes, I put that in the same category of Superman towing planets. That's all the pre-crisis era stuff. So we'll get right through this. Shouldn't be too bad. We get first and foremost with intelligence. Hulk. This, of course, is the Hulk verb era style of Hulk. I'm not going to go with the post-World War Hulk, where Hulk only used the level of strength necessary to achieve his aims without ever actually injuring anybody. Therefore showing a heightened level of intelligence because he has the ability to actually fully calculate how hard to throw a tank to have it land and explode but not kill the person inside. Fighting ability. Shazam, Billy Batson. He doesn't really have a lot of actual fighting experience. Even when he comes to Shazam for the first time, if you go through a lot of his fights, a lot of it's just raw power and instinct. Taking on Hulk is a fantastic brawler. Might not have a lot of skills, but in this sort of fight, he's definitely going to have a higher level of skill and confidence and experience when it comes to having to fight. I'll do these two real quick. If you read through New 52 era Shazam, he was able to punch and bloody Martian Manhunter. He was able to do a very good job matching speeds against an enraged Wonder Woman. He had a lot of great showings for that aspect, more so than we see with Hulk. Would Hulk over time be able to match and exceed the level of Shazam? Over time, yes. Will this fight last long enough for him to hit that precipice? No. Vulnerability. This one is going to probably have a little more to it, but Shazam actually survived being impaled by Grail. So Grail was actually able to pretty much run him through, and it did not kill him. That's not a durability thing, that's the fact that he took a level of high level damage and survived it. Grail, of course, the daughter of Darkseid, who defeated the majority of the Justice League very easily. He also showed during the Forever Evil storyline that he could take a tremendous blast from someone like Power Ray. He's taken some tremendous shots during his time in the New 52 era. Durability. So this one we're looking more like the healing factor. Do you get tired? While Shazam does have the godly level of, I don't need food to survive, he doesn't have a true healing factor because we don't really see that as much. Or when it comes to Hulk, this is why Hulk survives in space. It's not that he's immune to suffocating, it's just that he's regenerating his lung tissue as it's being degraded during the time of suffocation out in space. While his body is freezing, it's constantly regenerating his cells. Therefore, the frozen ones are dying, we're being replaced by brand new cells. I'll go through those three pretty quick. With this one, what Shazam was given in New 52, he was able to do tremendous damage when it came to his ability of summoning lightning. Not only that, he had a full complement of spells. And he can enchant other people. He had the ability to see invisible things. They gave him a full magic accompaniment from the get-go. The things that he had done with some of his lightning blasts, he was able to destroy some of Brainiac's drones in single shots. He was able to, while holding Pandora's box, say Shazam, and was able to actually have his lightning translate itself through the multiverse, he was able to do a very, very good shot when it came to fighting someone like Grail. He was able to combine his strength and the lightning to create incredibly damaging abilities. So this is somebody who, at being very untrained, did a good job against the daughter of Darkseid. Also was able to hold his own pretty easily with someone like Martian Manhunter and Superman. Now that's someone who didn't have Mr. Rasmussen trained, let you know that that's the level of raw skill that Shazam is dealing with. Taking out someone like Hulk, Hulk is outclassed in this. This again is one of the things where Hulk is phenomenally strong, and he's a great tank. He's a great tank, great meat shield. He also has high DPS, if you want to look at it from an MMO standpoint. But he's taking out someone with just so much raw ability. Whether it's a higher level of base strength, the speed, a higher level of base invulnerability, and all of the range abilities that Shazam has. And this is one of the reasons why when Shazam fights Superman, he should beat Superman more often than not. He just should. He's got so many more abilities to bring him up, to pull him on, and the ability to do magic is very significant when fighting someone like Superman. But of course, you probably think this is an unfair fight because I'm taking base level Hulk versus a new 52 era Shazam, so he's kind of upgraded. That's okay. That's why I will take Hulk at his absolute most powerful. I'm not using World Breaker because World Breaker, you hit certain issues with the idea being that, oh, if he were to take a step, he actually would have the ability to, destroy the planet by stepping. So, we'll get into this. So now we're looking at a more powerful version of Hulk. Second most powerful World Breaker still being, I'd probably say, we have Herald World Breaker, then World Breaker, then World War Hulk. Intelligence. Now all of a sudden you've got the Billy Batson character. While he does have an increased level of intelligence being Shazam, he's taking on an absolute tactical genius when it comes to World War Hulk. If you don't believe me, go flip through it. Watch as he's able to outthink and outsmart Doctor Strange in the astral plane. He had really great tactics. He wasn't just Hulk smash. When he grabs a hold of Wolverine and punches Wolverine repeatedly, turning his brain into mush. But he's like, see, that's all I had to do. I couldn't try just to hit you when you're moving. No, I just pop you in the face repeatedly till your brain becomes jelly, and then I put you down because you're unconscious. So definitely significantly more intelligent. Same with fighting ability. Now all of a sudden you've got gladiatorial trained character, Hulk. Now all of a sudden he's combined a high level of intellect with a really good strong fighting element. I also have to give him the edge of strength now. Because now all of a sudden we're not looking at base Hulk strength as less than Shazam's base strength. World War Hulk strength is very, very easily at the same level as a Thor, as a Superman, as a Sentry, as a Shazam. He's easily at that level. And as soon as he goes World Breaker, he can go higher. But he's easily at that level as a base. Speed, Shazam still didn't fix when it comes to speed. And vulnerability, now all of a sudden we're seeing a swap. And most of this is because when we see him taking the heavy shots from Sentry, we see every single thing that he takes throughout the World War Hulk arc. He pretty much takes every single big shot from Marvel characters. And he's still standing. Same with his durability. It's off the charts in this. You're not hurting him because he's gotten to a point where his musculature has hit that peak level where it's probably like punching adamantium. And if you do any sort of subcutaneous damage, he's recovering so fast it doesn't even matter. But of course, still still looking at what we're seeing him when it comes to Shazam doing, when it comes to the lightning, as well as the ability to do magic. So he definitely does. He's got the ability to fight him off at range. He can fight him at range. X Factor. We get this one to World War Hulk. Because seeing as how he was able to withstand a physical battle and the astral plane battle with Doctor Strange at the same time, and actually convince Doctor Strange to get close enough as a Bruce Banner version to grab onto his hands, turn Hulk and shatter his hands. It's not going to be that tough for Hulk to realize this guy talks and sounds a lot more like a kid than he does an adult. He's probably going to see him using the magic. And all it's going to take for him to do is to get Shazam to call down the lightning at just the right time. Hulk could probably transfer back into a human. And once he does that, now it's a little boy. It's a little boy versus, even it's Billy Batson versus Bruce Banner. The Battle of the Double Bs for alliteration purposes. He could probably convince him that this Hulk could probably transform into Bruce Banner, get Shazam to transform back, shoot right back into Hulk, and take him down. So I think if you're looking at it from the standard perspective, regular Hulk, he is normally severely overclassed by some of the higher tier characters on the DC side, especially from a base level. When you take World War Hulk, you take a Hulk at the much higher base level. He is very much a solid match for the vast majority of the higher up characters when it comes to the DC universe. Unless, of course, they also happen to get upgraded as well.